What's going on, you guys? So today we have the unboxing and full review for the Vivo X100 Ultra, which still might be the best camera phone out right now. I've had this phone for a year. I've been using it for a year. I'm waiting for the X200 Ultra, which they're making some camera changes on that, so we'll see what they do. But I want to do the full review because I haven't done this yet. I've kind of been off of phones, but this last S25 and the iPhone 16 upgrades they did pissed me off so much. It's like making me want to get back in and try to make a case to you guys for why to avoid these phones that are available here in the US, which is Samsung and Apple. So let's get into this phone. Let's take a look at it, and let's see what we got. So you guys got the box. I don't have my S24 Ultra box for comparison. This is the Vivo X100 Ultra. This is the Chinese version. I don't think there is a global version, and I ordered this from Giztop. And when I ordered this last year, I pre-ordered it. It was about $1,000. Now you can probably pick it up for about 800 bucks. So X100 Ultra Vivo. Let's open it up. Okay, right there. So you get the phone. Mine's already on. I'm just trying to give you guys the full experience here, you know. Got to get the phone here. Set it aside for a second. Got your little SIM ejection tool here. Got the Vivo X100 Ultra, man. And then writing. Your little case. Case in the box. Nothing special, but you get a case. And then you get the charger here in the box. You don't get that charger with Samsung, the S25, the S24. You don't get the charger. You don't get any of it. All right. You don't get a case. And you don't get any upgrades this year either. And here's the charger, Vivo. It's a flash charge 80 watt. And this thing is quick. This thing fires this phone up, charges it so fast. So this is all included in the box. And this is, again, the new Samsung phone is what, $1,400? We can go ahead and take a look. And this you can get outright, let's say for $800-900 bucks now. The camera's better still. It's still better. And you get the charger in the box. You get a case in the box. So let's go through it, but it does have some pitfalls. Obviously, there's a reason Samsung and Apple are so big here in the US. So, okay, let's get the phone out here. And I think this is a beautiful phone. I'm not so much of a fan of the curved displays anymore. I don't know, it's totally a personal preference. Most of these things are. The camera bump on the back is massive. And if you guys can see there, there's like the little ridges. It's a super cool touch. It makes it feel like a real lens. I go and try to turn it. Now, the back here is kind of glossy. It's shiny and glossy. I got the white, and I think there was only 2 colors this last year, but I got the white, and this one's hot, but it's a little bit slippery. I've been using the case on it the whole time that I've had it, and I wish I didn't have to, but I just get scared nowadays, especially with these Chinese phones. I'm going to go and probably resell it, so I don't want to scratch it up. I don't want to mess it up and all that. But the phone itself feels awesome. It feels great in the hand, maybe a little bit small. It depends on what you guys like. So I prefer the look and the feel of the Samsung S24 Ultra. I like the squareness of it. But it totally depends on what you guys like. This thing feels smooth. It feels nice. Fantastic. Great. Feels great. Okay, so let's go over the important specs here. And I'm just going to go right in here to GSM Arena and give you guys some of the specs. So we've got it's 164 by 75.6 by 9.2 millimeter dimensions. 229 grams for the weight. That's 8.08 ounces. So you guys probably get your stuff by the ounce, so it's hard to tell what 8 ounces should weigh off the top of your head. But go in your nightstand, go in your dresser drawer, pick up an ounce, give it a weigh with your hand, and then times that by 8 in your mind, and that's how much this phone weighs. Glass front, glass back, aluminum frame on this phone, nano SIM on this phone, dual SIM. Let's see, we got a 6.7-inch screen, 89.8% screen to body ratio. 1440 by 3200 pixels here, running Android 14 and upgradable to Android 15. The chipset is Qualcomm SM8650 AB Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, running octa-core, Adreno 750 GPU. No memory card slot, and it's either 256, 512, or 1 terabyte of memory and 12 or 16 gigs of RAM on this. Now you got a 50 megapixel wide camera for the main cameras, a 200 megapixel telephoto camera, and a 50 megapixel ultra wide. Features laser, AF, I don't know what that is, color spectrum sensors, Zeiss optics, and then videos. You got 8K video at 30 frames per second, 4K video at 30, 60, and 120 frames per second, and 1080p at 30, 60, 120, and 240 frames per second. And the selfie camera is a 50 megapixel camera. Selfie video is 4K at 30 to 60 frames per second and 1080p at 30 to 60. Yes, loudspeaker, no headphone jack. Let's see, 5.4 Bluetooth, fingerprint sensor. You got the face unlock here. We'll go through the biometrics here in a bit. 5,500 milliamp hour battery. It's a really good battery here. The battery does not run out quick. It's a super nice battery. 80 watt wired, 30 watt wireless charging. And then you've got 3 colors. So I said 2, you got 3. Titanium, white, and gray. And that's what it is. That's the main specs right there. So for the biometrics, you've got your fingerprint unlock. Let's try to find it. You got fingerprint, face, password for your biometrics. Let's see. Yeah, fingerprint, face, and password. Now, here's the thing. This phone comes with a screen protector already on it. I'm going to give you guys this disclaimer. This phone comes with a screen protector installed on it, okay? So when I kept that screen protector on there for a year. It got really messed up. It looked really bad. And what I did is I ordered a tempered glass screen protector offline just now before I was going to do this review so that it didn't look all scratched up and nasty. And when I put this is a tempered glass screen protector on there, my fingerprint stopped working. My fingerprint stopped working completely. And on the other phones, like on my S24 Ultra, when I put the tempered glass screen protector on there, my fingerprint that's been entered in there will stop working, but I can go in the settings and I can set up a new fingerprint and it'll register. It'll register it as new and then it'll work with that screen protector. On this, I can't even register a fingerprint. So let's try it. Here's fingerprint. Okay. Add a fingerprint. Register a fingerprint. Start enrollment. And here it tells you. It's almost like it knows, and I haven't checked, but it tells you start enrollment. Use unofficial screen protector with caution. Unofficial screen protectors can affect the result of the ultrasonic fingerprint recognition. Use them with caution. This device comes with a pre-installed screen protector. If you need to replace it, visit a Vivo after-sales service center. Now, that's one of the things here in the U.S. If you're getting these phones here in the U.S., you're not going to be able to do that. There's nowhere to get these. And that's one pain of all these phones, the Xiaomis, the Vivos, is it's hard to find cases for them. It's hard to find screen protectors for them. So let's try to set it. Place your finger, press and hold the fingerprint scanner, and lift your finger after you feel the vibration. So here you go. I'm trying to, and your finger is deviated too much from the center of the fingerprint sensor. So it says make sure your finger is clean, so I can wipe this off. I'll wipe off. And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work on this aftermarket screen protector. So I've got a gel one coming, a hydrogel screen protector coming from AliExpress. But again, it's hard to find here in the States. It's hard to find the exact one. Even this one doesn't have like the cutout for the camera, for the selfie camera. So it's tough to find the exact screen protector for these. So that's one thing you guys got to look out for is, and then again, when I go to resell this, you know, I don't want to resell it with the old screen protector on. It looks all buffed up and scratched up. But now I don't want to resell it with this screen protector and have the fingerprint sensor not work. You know, that's ridiculous. So that's kind of a pain. That's one thing that's kind of a pain. But if you guys are getting this phone to keep and you don't want to use a screen protector, then that's on you too. And you might be able to get away with that too. Okay, the sound on this phone is good. You're not going to have any problems. I've used this phone in the gym. I've used this phone regular, playing movies, playing whatever. You're not going to have problems with the sound on this. It sounds good. Let's check it out. I've been on the new Red Band. If you guys aren't on it, I don't know what you're doing.
This is DJ. Say what?
There's a full loud.
Look at me now, ma. I made it without balance. I used the pin as the firearm.
Right. So sounds loud. It sounds loud. Let's get a Let me get you a comparison real quick here. My S24 Ultra.
This is DJ.
So here's S24 Ultra right here. Full loud. Vivo X100 Ultra. S24 Ultra. Vivo X100 Ultra. So in my opinion, and right here, this I always mention this when I got these phones side by side. Look at this. The screen on these, on the Chinese phones like the Vivo, for some reason it feels crisper, like the colors, and I don't even know, it's like a cooler color setting, but it feels more crisp and clear. Like, I don't know if you guys see that, and I don't know if it's a personal preference either, but that's what it feels like to me. So again, S24 Ultra. Vivo X100 Ultra. So to me, the Vivo X100 Ultra sounds a little deeper, a little more bass-filled maybe, a little deeper, a little heavier sound. The S24 Ultra sounds a little bit tinnier and crisper, but none of them are bad. If you have these two side by side, you're not going to dislike either of them, and if you use either one of them, you're not going to know the difference. So for me, I've used this phone in the gym. The Bluetooth connectivity is great. It's not going to fall out on you when you walk across the gym and pick up the weights. And the sound is great. I watch movies on it. I do everything on it. So the sound you guys aren't going to notice. And if you're comparing it with any other phone, yeah, the iPhone might be a little bit better, and the S24 Ultra might be a little bit better, but really you're not going to notice the difference. Okay, so next is going to be the camera, and this is, for me, this is the reason you're going to get this phone here, is the camera. So you've got a lot of different options here. This is, I can't stress this enough. This is the best phone camera of the last year. And I've had the Oppo, I've had the S24 Ultra, I haven't messed with the S25 Ultra yet, the iPhone. This is the best camera out. And this is probably still the best camera out today. And that's the reason I got this phone. This is Chelsea's thing, and I love it. And this is my thing too, is I don't need my camera like my iPhone camera makes me look real. My iPhone camera shows every pore. It makes me look like a catcher's mitt, okay? I used to use the joke that if I'm hungover, you could see it. You guys, I've been on about 14 months, going on 15 months of no drinking, so I can't use the hangover joke anymore, thankfully. For better or worse, probably for better. So there we go. But this camera, so I'm going to throw some pictures up, of course, but here's some of the, you've got regular photo with 10x zoom. Yeah. When I zoom out, it looks like I'm filming the Saw movie. I'm doing the next one, the real deal. Okay. Cinematic, portrait. The portrait camera is ridiculous. Like I said, I'll throw some more pictures up, but you guys can see it. The portrait camera is so nice on this, okay? And you've got a lot of options. You've got high resolution, panoramic, ultra HD dock here. You got slow-mo, time-lapse, long exposure. Look at all these options. Super moon, landscape and architect. You can use all these features to upgrade your whatever pictures you're taking. More than likely, you guys are going to stay in photo mode and portrait mode, and it's going to do you good. It's a better camera. It's absolutely a better camera than my S24 Ultra by far. The pictures are crisp. They make you look so good. I think the Chinese phone do this like standard airbrush effect that you can like brush up and touch up your pictures if you want, and it make you look like a geisha. And here's all the filters: grapefruit, night breeze, macarons, yogurt. You got a bunch of filters here. You got a bunch of options. Your portrait mode, all the way to 100 times zoom. Now you guys listen to this camera when I switch over. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Can you guys hear that? When I switch modes on this phone, I can hear the camera physically moving or doing something in there. You guys know what it's doing because I'm not a camera expert. But literally when I change the modes, here, hear that? It's me going from 24 millimeter to 100 millimeter zoom. So the camera is again, I can't stress this enough. The camera is the reason you're going to get this phone. Okay, it's a fantastic camera. It makes you look good, and I'm not sure. I'm waiting for the Vivo X200 Ultra, but right now I'm sticking with this for my camera phone. And like I said, I might mess around and get the S25 Ultra just to play with it. But right now, this thing is it for the camera. So, okay, on a day-to-day, this is where I want to start making my case for not getting the Samsung and Apple phones here in the US. And the reason I make that case is because these phones, Samsung and Apple, have no reason to compete or innovate anything here in the US. Now, I know they have the folding phones. Well, Apple's got nothing now. Samsung at least got folding phones. Apple's not innovating at all, and they don't have to. My problem becomes is that the S25 Ultra, if I trade in my S24 Ultra, they're going to give me, whatever, $1,000, and my S25 Ultra is going to end up costing me $450. It's not worth the upgrades this year. It's not. So, there's a lot of other phones here that you guys can get that work fantastic. So, all right. So here's my thing. This is my I got two phones right now. This is my S24 Ultra and my Vivo X100 Ultra, and I've been using both of these phones as my two daily drivers for the last year. So I have, I've been trying to use these for everything. Here's my gripes. Here's my absolute main gripe with the Vivo X100 Ultra. I cannot get lock screen notifications to come through. You see, with the last update, I got the notifications coming through up top, and it has been. I can't get the lock screen notifications to come through, and I can't get the bubbles. You see how over there on my Gmail, it's got the bubble that tells me whatever. I'd like to have bubbles that tell me how many messages I have and all that. And I know that sounds stupid to some of you, but for me, the lock screen notifications, me having to go in and go into the app to find out if I have a notification from that app is a deal breaker. So for me, this Gmail, because I work on my phone all day, for me, that's kind of what was stopping me from grabbing this phone and using it all day, every day. Is I need to know. I need to know when my notifications are coming through. That's my whole thing. As far as the another thing I kind of didn't like is I'm kind of getting off of the curved screens, and once I don't know how you guys are. Once I get used to the square, this is what, a 6.8, 6.9 inch screen on the S24 Ultra. I have a hard time using this phone. This phone feels smaller in my hand. It feels smoother, a lot smoother, and not even lighter. It's very top heavy because of the camera. Once I get used to typing on this, I personally like the square phone, the square edges, and the big flat screen. The flat screen, I love it. I don't like that they're curving the edges again this year on the S25 Ultra. So yeah, the one thing, once I get used to this phone, I have a hard time going back to this smaller screen. Now, if you guys are going to get this as your one phone, you're not going to have any problems on a day-to-day. The one thing you're going to have is the notifications. And I know you guys are going to go in the comments and go, well, use this video and here's how you get notifications. I've tried so many things on this phone. I've tried so many things, and I cannot get the lock screen notifications to come through. I can't get them to come through. I've been able to get all my other notifications to come through. As you can see here, they come through at the top here, but I haven't been able to get my lock screen notifications to come through. The other thing I don't like on this phone is the always on display. You see that little square? You barely even see it, okay? Every time an update gets pushed through this Vivo, I go, man, they're gonna give me the nice full screen display. They're gonna give me the nice full screen display like Samsung's got now and like Apple's got. That's what they're gonna do for me, okay? But they don't. They give me this ridiculous, stupid, little square display. They need to upgrade that. I don't like that. That's a nitpicky thing. That's a gripe. I don't like it. But you guys, you guys might not care. You guys have, you guys are gonna have some fun options here, like with the wallpapers they use. So here's your wallpapers. Look, they got some new ones here. Oh, see, I just got a new update, and look at this. It looks like they're trying to do some of the Xiaomi super wallpapers here. Let's download this. And I want this one to the mountain, and then we'll set it. So you got some, I like the kinetic wallpapers. They tell you, so here's, for kinetic wallpapers, you set a goal and it's calculated based on the cumulative step count generated during use of this wallpaper. So it counts your steps, and then you get up, like you start here and you get up to the new combination. So they got some good upgrades. I just got an update pushed through this like yesterday. So I like these kinetic wallpapers that count your steps. And then you kind of look, and they look beautiful too. And they, let me apply this. Let's apply it. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that, you guys. Oh, well, look, we discovered something new today together. Look at this. I love that wallpaper. I love that. That's like the super wallpaper. Go Vivo. All right. I love this. This is going to make me use it a little bit. So this just must have came through with the update I just got a couple days ago. So you guys got your wallpapers here. Live wallpapers, static wallpapers. But if you want to go get more, one of the things I have problems with here in the US is downloading this stuff. Because look, everything's in Chinese. Like purchase, but I got to sign into my Vivo account. So you guys can have a burner phone if you want, or a burner number if you want to sign in and get these accounts. I don't really go that far with it for me personally, which I guess I'm not really getting the full, spectrum of the phone if I don't do it. But I'm here in the US. Here's some new themes we got. Colorful photo, film filter. Look at some of these themes you got. You got some new themes to play with. And these updates hit all the time. I get updates from Origin all the time. So we set the new wallpaper. As far as the calling, texting, zero problems here. I have this phone on Mint Mobile. You guys have see the 5G right there. So I have this phone on Mint Mobile. And I have no problems calling. I have no problems texting. I use Google Voice for everything. All my notifications are coming through. Everything's coming through except for the lock screen, like I said. And let's go through, which is actually for my, to work on it. That's kind of what rubs me the wrong way, and it kind of stops me from working on it day to day. Is like, because when I'm on Gmail all the time, I got to go in here and refresh just to get the notifications. It hates my Gmail notifications for some reason, and I've tried everything on it. So just to give you guys an idea, let's go through some of the settings on this, and let's kind of see what you guys are into, what you guys can get into, and see what this phone has to offer. So let's just start in the beginning. So you can sign into your Vivo account here if you guys want to. Airplane mode. Here's your Wi-Fi. Never buy a house without a kitchen. That's my Wi-Fi. That's Chelsea. It's Chelsea's logo. Never buy a house without a kitchen. Bluetooth, mobile network. Here's data network, data management, Vivo fan card. You got SIM 1, SIM 2, if you want. Mobile network, more connections. Got a personal hotspot, connection center, Jovi in-car. I don't really do the in-car thing. Android Auto right here. You can connect a car to Android Auto. This is a Vivo. This is a Chinese phone. This is not a global edition. It's a Chinese phone. Android Auto, screen mirroring, print, office kit, walkie-talkie. Okay, notifications and status bar, Origin notification. I don't really mess with this. This is improve access to information by displaying important information in a simple, effective way. Show real-time network speed, battery percentage mode, display. These are your standard options here. Notifications, floating notifications. This is, you're going to spend a lot of time in here. If you guys get this phone, you're going to spend a lot of time in this notification settings to be able to get all of your notifications as you download your Google apps. But I've got all my permissions and notifications set. Sounds and vibration here. Right here, incoming call ringtone. Nowadays we have everything on complete silent now. Display and brightness here, auto lock, font style, screen refresh rate, visual enhancement. You guys can turn it on. Optimize the color and contrast with some pictures and more vivid display effects. Full screen display of apps. It's only got a couple here. Fingerprint, face, and password. So there's fingerprint recognition. The face unlock is super nice, super quick. Unfortunately, the fingerprint, like I said, with this new screen protector, the hard glass, the tempered glass screen protector I got, it's not really working. Here's raise to wake. Stay on lock screen after unlocking. Raise to wake. Pick up the device when the screen is off. Will automatically turn it on and start face recognition. Screen fill light. In dark environments, the screen brightness will be assist. Animation styles. No effects. Planet. Elf. Got magic cube right here. I'm going to do an elf right here. So I'm going to then add an alternate face. Let's add a face. Ready? Got it. Look at that beautiful little, look at that mug. Okay. And you got smart unlock here. Smart unlock always allows you to unlock this device using a Bluetooth device such as Bluetooth earphones, a Bluetooth car kit, and a watch. When connected to a Bluetooth device used for unlocking, this device can be unlocked without a password of biometric authentication. So you can pair this with like your headphones. So when you put your headphones in, this thing will unlock automatically. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Privacy and app encryption, standard stuff here. Here's all your apps, your app manager. Now you'll spend some time in here too, going through your permissions, right? Because you got to set all your permissions to on. I want everything to be used, right? So that you get all your notifications on these Chinese phones, because the battery management on these things, they don't like to run our American apps. God bless America. So you're gonna have to kind of mess with that a little bit. Fingerprint face, here's security detection. Find, quickly locate the lost device. Blocking, here's background pop-up management. Expose apps which frequently send background pop-ups. You can uninstall or manage these risky apps. And you can set some of your apps under management here. I can't pick any that I have right now. Restrict risky app isolation box. Unlock to power off, SIM card lock, emergency call, earthquake alert. There's some more security settings. There's like device manager. Find my device. App installation. So I got a bunch of security settings here. Your privacy, permission manager, app encryption. RAM and storage. Here's your total space, 512 gigs. I've got available 429. Battery, current battery level. Now you're going to spend some time in here too, because background consumption is, we want all for my Gmail. You're going to want to change all this to high background power consumption so that you get your notifications. If the Power Smart intelligently control the power consumption, it'll shut you down. So you're gonna sirens every morning, every night, almost all day now too. Man, these guys are working overtime. The ambulances here. Didn't hear no gunshots though, or an air raid. Didn't hear any of that. Here's Blue AI. See this? This is the kind of stuff I have trouble with in these Chinese phones. Install Blue LM Copilot. What am I installing? I don't know. Scan. Here's announcement voice. Don't know what any of this says. Oh, look at that. Announcement voice. Workout trainer. Announcement voice during exercise. Handsome boy's voice. And sweet girl. Let's try it. Where's handsome boy?
是治愈自己最好的良药。
Does he sound handsome?
我会在这里一直陪伴着你的，记得好好照顾自己。
That's a sweet girl. Here's a classy working girl.
没有方向的时候，就当给自己放了一个很长的假期吧。
Here's handsome boy.
在生活中保持一颗乐观的心态，是治愈自己最好的良药。
He's a rational male.
努力活成自己想要的样子，不负青春，不负自己。
Here's a confident senior.
很高兴可以为你效劳。
She's confident.
完成任务的。
Mature male.
真正的英雄主义是看清生活的真相后依然热爱它。
Cute child.
很高兴认识你。 有什么开心的事情跟我讲讲吗？
And a cute baby.
我长大以后想成为宇航员，
So if
去
you
月亮上看看。
if you guys are working out and you want a cute baby yelling at you, one more set. You're weak. You're weak. You can lift 3 more reps. Oh. What? Chelsea's picking up her wedding ring. Sorry guys, I got my girl this ring, her wedding ring, and it cost me an arm and a leg, and now it's like not even 6 months later, it was rattling in the setting. So anyway, we had to go get it fixed, pay more money. Every time I turn around, somebody wants more money. Every time I wake up, Netflix is raising their price again. Thank you, Netflix, for raising your price, 3 times in the last year? I am absolutely sick of it. I'm sick of it. Chelsea busted her car in the... I'm not even going to get into it. So that was her texting me. She's got an appointment at Jared to pick up her ring. So where were we? So if you want a cute baby to yell at you while you work out, there you go. Okay? That's Blue AI. Ultra Game Mode provides a variety of game assistance services to help optimize a competitive gaming experience. You got Personal Center here. Sign into your Vivo account to have all your games and stuff. Digital well-being. Away time. You can set your away time. You can't use your apps. Set total device usage duration. Wallet and payment here. Add access card, transit card, so you got to sign into your Vivo account for all these, right? So I'm not, for me personally, I'm probably not putting in my info to these Vivo phones, these Chinese phones, my wallet info. If you're going to use it for good, or if you're going to use it as your main phone, you might be comfortable enough doing it. And if I was using it as my main phone, I might be comfortable enough doing it. But, right now I'm not. So here's shortcuts and accessibility. Split screen. Swipe up with 3 fingers to split screen. Split screen mode, not longitude. Blah, blah. Let me show you guys first. Gulf of America, baby. Look at that. They changed it. Did you see that? They changed Google Maps to Gulf of America. So 3 fingers up, enter split screen. And then let's go albums. There you go. Right? So there's your split screen. Small window. Open small window by swiping in from the lower left corner. Right? So you get a small window. Smart sidebar. Cool. I use all this stuff. Smart sidebar is cool because you can just put your apps right there. Super dragging. When app dragging and drag and transfer of origin island are enabled, you can tap and hold text images or other content to drag them to original island for transfer. So you can Super Pocket. When the phone screen is unlocked, swipe left from the lower right edge of the screen to open Super Pocket. Here's card management. S capture, swipe down with 3 fingers in the middle to take a quick screenshot. Boom. Smart motion. When there's a smart reminder here, when the screen is off and you pick up the phone will vibrate. Quick action. When the screen's off, press and hold the volume down button to enable special features. Easy touch. You got a lot of features on this phone that are like accessibility features. Make it easier to use. Easy touch. I don't like this easy touch. If you turn it on, it's got this thing, which opens up, but it's like covers the screen. So I shut it off. Then you got one-handed mode here. Built-in input keyboard. Elderly care. Enlarge display. Simple mode. Simple mode will simplify the home screen layout, enlarge icons and fonts, turn on ring mode, amplify ringtone. So accessibility here. Talk back, Vivo site. I hate this. Deny. Talk. I hate this because it starts talking. Let's go. Off. Talkback, Vivo site. So look, ask questions about the mobile video stream and get answers in real time. What is this phone? Let's see, it's not. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's trying to recognize what I'm looking at. Vivo site, input method entry. Here's extra dim, magnification, color correction. Got all these options for accessibility. Driving mode. You can switch for driving mode, voice isolation, flash notifications. Okay. You got system management and upgrade, system update. I'm in Origin OS 5. Every time they do an update, I go, please let me get the full screen lock, the full screen always on display. They don't let me. Right? System navigation, customer service. Yeah, full screen gestures, classic, 3 sections, navigation keys, layout. We'll go to the wallpapers again, just so you guys get a... So always on display. Power time notifications are displayed on the off screen. This function requires an internet connection. There's jewelry service, jewelry repair. So here's your all your always on display, and then you can make your own. See, you can like round the corners. You can put a new image in there if you want. So that's all your stuff. You can change your icons here. Icon style, minimal, exquisite, rounded corners, icon size. Screen system style here. Change your colors if you want. Rounded corners. It's a lot of little cool customization stuff you guys can do on this phone. Let's see. Lock screen you can change. I'm going to mess around with some of these. It's always on display. I like the new... Let's see here. Applied. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You guys remember the mountain in the Xiaomi super wallpapers, which I can't install. They must have done something because I can't install the super wallpapers on my S24 Ultra anymore either. I used to be able to install. But these are hot. This is gonna make me use it right here. So that's kind of what happens when you go through the settings, and that's kind of all your settings here that you have. So overall on this phone, you guys, here's my thoughts on this entire thing here. I don't use this as my daily driver. Why? Because I can't get notifications and the counts on my lock screen. That I am like, I work on my phone. I work off my phone, off my laptop, off my email, off my calls. So I need to be able to access everything pretty quick. So for me, it bothers me mentally. In the back of my head, I know that I have to go into this phone and then go into the app to see the notifications. Even though once I'm on the home screen, it'll give them to me up here. But on the lock screen, they just won't come through. And that really, really irks me. And then my only other real gripe with this phone is how it feels when you hold it. It's a little bit smaller. I personally, again, I like I said, I like the big square screens of the S24 Ultra. So for me, that's a bit of an issue. I just don't like the curved screens. I don't like the curved display. I'm ready for them to make it flat. Now, having said all that, this phone is one of the reasons I think the Nubias would be a better reason. This is some of my case for us to stop buying these phones in the US. Now, I understand that Samsung, it makes it really difficult because you have the support in the US, you have the trade-ins, and you have all of that. But they have no reason to upgrade and innovate their phones here because they're competing against one another. Apple's competing against Samsung. You know, they don't have to upgrade their camera that much to compete with this because most people aren't going to have this. Now, for me, I would love to be able, if I was to get the lock screen notifications, I would use this. I would throw my main SIM card into this phone and I would use this phone as my daily driver. I mean, everything on here works. Everything on here does exactly what it needs to do. And the camera is far better than what you guys, than any other camera out right now. And it's probably will be for this year. So here's the bottom line is this. The bottom line is if the screen, the curved screen doesn't bother you, and if it doesn't bother you too much that you're not going to be able to get the lock screen notifications consistently, this may still be the best phone out. It's fast. The camera's fantastic. It's a great phone all around, and it's cheaper than the iPhone Pro Max, and it's cheaper than the S25 and the S24 Ultra. So, you know, if you guys are here in the US, give it some thought. I don't know if you guys will be able to deal with some of the, and obviously the setup is a little bit more on it, as far as like, as far as the having to get the permissions and having to get all your notifications set up. But once you do, this phone works perfectly. I have no problems with this phone. I make calls, I receive my texts, and I grab it whenever I need a good camera. So overall, fire phone. The bottom line is, if you guys are thinking about getting another phone besides your main Samsung or your main Apple, this is it. This is it. If you're thinking of getting a camera phone, this is the phone. I love this phone. Chelsea loves this phone. And I can't wait for the Vivo X100 Ultra to see what they've improved. I'll talk to you guys later.